Welcome to Simon. Here we are at the Church of the Minimal Church. I've just been in here into the Minims Cafe. We're in Brussels, and welcome to the show. I shall flip you back so you can see who you're talking to. Welcome to this week's Civilisations. We're just about to head into Kitsune, Japanese art and antiques. Here we go. Now, we were here last year in September for the Art Brussels Art Square. There we go. See, Brussels Art Square. But last year's, not from 2 years ago. But we're going to go in. I've talked to the owner, Mr. Arivos, and he's perfectly amenable for us to join him in his gallery. I shall just go in and hope that the signal doesn't drop. Hello! You may hide, yes. Welcome, Arivos. How do you do?
I'm fine.
Right. It's been several months, I think.
Yeah.
Since we last saw each other. Yeah. Had a lovely chat last time. But could you explain to us what's going on now? What's this particular art exhibition or event?
Well, this time we had a focus on textiles, but as I'm into Japanese art, it's not one of my topics. So I'm showing things that are more related to tea ceremony this time. Okay.
Yeah.
And well, I have a few things that are quite interesting, and perhaps I can show one of the.
Yes, please do. Yes, sort of. So this is
a little Natsume. It's a tea container for usucha, which is a matcha tea, a powder tea.
Right.
That we mostly use for tea ceremonies in the summer. Okay.
In the summer?
Yes.
Ooh. Sorry, mate. It doesn't react to the word summer very well.
Okay. And most of the Natsume, but that's how we call these boxes, are 20th century. And it's hard to find them from the Edo period.
Is there a particular reason for that?
I don't know. I think that at the time, also lacquer is something that when it gets old, it changes in color. Like this one, it was black and now it's almost brown.
Oh, right, I see.
So, and also in the 20th century, you had lacquer masters that were famous for making Natsume. I don't know why we don't see more Natsume from Edo period. I have to admit that it's something.
So the Edo,
Yeah. And this one is early 18th century. With inlays in mother of pearl and in pewter.
In pewter?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So they get that nice grey effect.
It's unsigned, but inside is a cow, probably from a tea master, or it was made for a tea master.
You were telling me earlier that that when you do find these objects, these Natsume, that you are quite particular about which ones you're going to purchase for your business, and that they have to still be functional.
Yes, yes, of course. For instance, the matcha is a fine powder tea, so the lid should not move because the matcha can go out, and
it
should be almost airtight.
I see, right, yes.
But it's not completely airtight, but the best is to have, and this one is still in good condition.
Yes, it looks it looks new, really.
Yeah. But it's 18th century.
So it's like 200 years old, but still functional.
200 years old.
Yeah.
And what is amazing about, I'm not really sure, but it could be Korin who made it, Ogata Korin.
Ogata Korin, what is
well,
that?
he's one of the most famous designers from Edo period.
Uh-huh.
his works are famous. However, it's unsigned, so it's maybe the circle of Gatakorin are the ones that followed him.
I see. Yes, yes.
It's clearly an 18th century piece.
And as you say, this was very difficult to find. So
Yes.
yes.
In my whole career, like 30 years now, Kitsune, it's the fourth container
Wow.
I got from the Edo period.
Yeah.
I've seen more,
Yeah.
but only 4 came into the gallery because of the quality, and otherwise I don't buy them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a one of a kind.
Wow.
So this is my little.
So, audience, if you've got a lot of money to spare,
Well, yes,
to Kitsune.
but sometimes the new ones from the 20th century might be much more expensive.
oh, that's curious.
Yeah, and that's also because when they were made in the 20th century, you have to pay the salary for someone.
I see. Yes, yes. So there's an extra cost, an extra hidden cost.
So sometimes it's better to buy something that is old
And used and
exactly.
yeah.
And maybe much more rare and hard to find. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the little box.
That's your main piece. I mean, I was thinking, oh, there'll be something sort of like huge, but no, it's quite modest.
Why should it be
Yeah.
huge?
Yeah, but yes, you're also renowned for Netski, which are really tiny.
They're
Yes.
really tiny.
Yeah.
But they're downstairs, so they're not.
Oh, you've not got them on
shown.
display this year.
Yeah.
No.
And also, I think for the camera, the light would not be
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just looking there at this screen
Yes.
over there.
the screen is around 1960.
I was going to say it doesn't look particularly
No, it's
sort of
not
like
very old,
18th
but
century or something.
it's like a forest.
Yeah.
What I like about it is the way they presented it, and it's almost abstract.
Yes, yes. I mean, if you squint, you can see there's a forest.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think today, if you go into the figurative pieces with animals on it, people prefer things that are more, let's say, modern in
Yes, that
like
match
for-
their houses. Yeah.
the houses and the design of interiors.
Which, I mean, for choosing Japanese is the best way to go, really, for that, because it's Japanese, like.
Well, you have everything. You have the really fine carvings and things, but you also have the minimalist.
That's right.
things.
I was just thinking the
And
minimalist like
that's
design.
why the Japanese why Japanese art is still something interesting on the market. People love it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, I mean, I'm focusing on this. I mean, because I'm interested in sort of East Asian milieu. But yes, this particular Civilisations is not strictly focused. I mean, people may get the wrong impression. My audience may get the wrong impression that it's all about the East Asia, but it's not. It's about Oceania and America and Africa.
And a lot of the art, even tribal art, like Africa or Oceania. If you just mention Picasso,
Yeah, or Matisse. Yeah,
where it's Africa.
yeah.
The masks they made, and so they were somehow modern in their minds when
Yes.
they made
Yeah.
it. And if you look at this,
It's a very sort of like stylish and minimalist and
yeah. And it's not realism. It's about representing, because it's a pine tree.
Yeah.
They're showing a pine tree. I think a pine tree here in Europe in the 18th century
Would have been painted strictly as a pine tree. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I love about, because it's timeless.
Yeah.
Somehow it's timeless. And that's why the Japanese are famous for that. Yeah. So.
Well, we're going to be investigating other East Asian art as we go down the street here for the exhibition, and we'll see quite the contrast, I think, between like Japanese style and other East Asian styles. But for the moment, I'd like to thank Arivos for being on the show.
You're welcome,
and maybe see you again next year.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay. See you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Well, there you go. You've all disappeared. I don't know. Are you there? It's actually sunny again. Hello. So now we're going on to the next sort of episode of today's show, which will be, if I can remember where it is, I think it's number 35. Gallery Halo, Halo, which is where a gentleman by the name of Carlo Cristi, an Italian gentleman, will be presiding, and he collects, as I was saying, sort of other East Asian art, and that will be mostly Tibetan, actually. There's a rather nice Tibetan painting that we're going to go and have a look at. But as you can see, we're in the Petit Sablon in Brussels, which is where all these sort of art galleries and antique galleries are concentrated. So it's very posh and quite eclectic. You have all kinds of variations from like African to ancient Greek as well. Here we are, we're approaching now, not antiquities brocante, but we're approaching the second, oh hang on, it's the police are after me again. Okay, right. Somebody's stolen something. Right. Oh dear. Here we are, gallery. Hello, and oh, he's busy at the moment. But as you can see, Himalayan and Asian art and textiles, and it's this that Carlo Cristi, who we'll be seeing shortly, when he's finished with his customer. Customers are more important because they pay. I'm just doing this for free. But this is a Tibetan Thangka, I think it's called, or something like that. But Carlo Cristi sort of specialises in textiles, sort of Central Asian textiles, sometimes East Asian. It's not very clear there, but it's two horses. I think that's about the 10th century. This one is about 15th century. But it's a very fine example, apparently. And it's also the used on the poster for this year's fair. They have 2 fairs each year. Oh, right. I do think. Hello, Mr. Cristi.
Yes.
Right, it's Simon. How do you do again? Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
And this is
My son, Suti.
Suti. Nice to meet you, Suti. I've just been to Kitsune, and we had a lovely sort of talk about his prize object, which was a little matcha bowl that he'd acquired from the 18th century. But what is your prize?
My prized object.
Yes.
Luckily, I have a few prized objects.
Oh, right.
And equally important and rare. But what will be particularly attractive for the people is that Thangka of large size.
I think I was outside explaining, and I think I pronounced it correctly. Thangka, yes.
Thangka, yes. And representing one of the 5 Tathagatas, or the Buddha of directions. There are 5 families, therefore. And that's Amitabha. And it's been painted in the 13th, 14th century.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Wow, that's old.
And by the study and the research of Dr. Remiere, we figure out that certain protective divinities on the lower register are particularly worshipped by Newars of Kathmandu. We were the major group of Kathmandu in terms of artists, and in fact this is representing the work of a Newar artist for Tibetan patrons. And it's extremely fine in work because the central figure and all the figures around and below and above, because the Newari painters were working for Tibetans. They were moving to West Tibet in the 13th century, for instance, to get Tibetans. They were painting as well, but in this case, because of this particular date is represented there.
It says transmission is unstable. To move back to the top.
Careful, understand.
There we go. There we are. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like. I'm not approved by the Buddha. I'm not approved by the Buddha if I go any closer.
What happened?
The signal. The Buddha has interfered with the signal. There we are. Yes, I'll have to stay here.
That's good. Oh, yeah, okay.
Right, but yeah. So.
Well, getting a little closer.
Just a little closer.
Doesn't creates you problem.
Yeah. I think I'm okay. It was just as soon as I had this last year actually when
the lights were flaring.
Yes, and also because of the metal work, because there's lots of metal construction.
Then it creates problem.
The signal from the Wi-Fi from the eyes interfered with it. So, yeah.
Why? Because you are transmitting.
I'm transmitting live. Yes, now.
That's live. Oh.
Yes. So
even now.
Even
we
now.
Are talking.
We're talking. Yes, it's.
So personally.
Yes, it's going live to two people who are watching.
Well, they don't mind.
They don't mind.
You know? They are very affectionate fans. You know?
I do notice though that's
the bronze is Vajra Unkara, and is representing a particular energy, a particular force at the service of the Tathagatas to help the devotee or the person who does extremely high level of meditation to be assist facing the difficulties of those.
So Vajrayana, that's Diamond Path, isn't it? That's the Diamond Path?
Yeah, Diamond Path is the one that goes to liberation or so, but I guess that this goes even beyond in terms of people already very elevated in meditation or realization, and they still go in those realms that we cannot much discuss about it. You know? So I don't want to say too many things, but it's saying in that in a text, in an Indian text of the 8th or 10th century, no, the 8th century, it was written that Vajra Unkara is allowed to perform deeds, even violence, that the Tathagata are not allowed to do. So it was really going against evil forces or whatever. Obviously, it's not against us. No, it's always helping us to go to our liberation or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
So this was written there. So he was the arm of the Tathagatas, who are above everything.
I like that.
Probably don't get to
yes, I like that. You can make an excuse for yourself.
In what sense? It's not me.
No. It's for me. I've just had a cocktail, so as long as I follow the path, I'm all right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, this is amazing.
No,
so I mean,
it's a it's extremely rare bronze. Never found another of this size, and it belonged to a very famous collection, the Ninja Lam collection, which was exhibited the first time in 1999 at the Oceanic Museum in Oxford, and that's where I saw it first time. It belonged to the collection. Then I achieved it much later. I mean,
So you've acquired it from the Ashmolean Museum.
Well, didn't belong.
It didn't belong. It was on display.
It was on display.
There. I see. Yes.
And after the Ashmolean Museum was on display at the Rubin Museum in New York, at the Asian Art Museum in Turin, again at the Rubin Museum.
And you were following it closely.
I kept tracing, kept tracking it.
I like that.
It's an extremely nicely cast, fantastic patina and beautiful art.
And what period is it from?
Is it conservatively 10th century?
But
we are a number of people, including scholars and students, that think is more of the Tumbo period. That means when the Tibetans were ruling Central Asia. So could be a couple of 100 years or earlier. So like the 8th century. 8th, 9th century. Possibly, yes. Anyway, 10th century is the official dating from the Ninjalam collection. We maintain this, but speculations are not just not just profane. The speculation based on style,
yes,
on the crown,
yeah.
on some particular
the visual,
reference, yes.
the visual identifiers.
Right,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Oh, that's amazing, amazing. And you're constantly busy looking for new pieces, or is it you're constantly?
I'm constantly, yes. The life of a dealer never knows holidays, because even in holiday you think about and you hope to get some news or to see something and to look for something new or so. This is.
So your holidays were always like determined by what your father was going to look for.
Somehow, yeah. That's good.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much for your time.
To have you.
Thank you.
Send me a link of your. You have my card, no?
I don't have your card, no, actually.
Send me a link of your YouTube channel.
Okay, right.
And
Yes. I shall apologise now for the lack of quality. Because it's not always like this. It's not always like this. It's not always so sophisticated.
In terms of the
no, in terms of the content.
Huh?
In terms of the content, it's not always like this. It's always quite. Sometimes I get have a little bit too much to drink, and I wander about and talk, and you should ignore what I say. So, okay, if you understand.
We don't mind. We are experienced as well in this field.
Okay, right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Best.
Well, there you are. I'm now going to embarrass myself to a famous collector. Oh dear. Okay. Well, there doesn't appear to be anybody making much comments. Have I got the black box? Actually, I've got the black box activated, but you're all very quiet. I'm getting no feedback. You're all stunned by like 10th century bronze statues from Tibet, aren't you? Really? Oh, I'm already here. This is we're going to go and see Stefan and some Japanese art, which is the people that own this gallery, which is just next door actually, are actually doing their. They're doing their exhibition at this place. It's called The Rooms. It's a hotel somewhere in the middle of the city, which has been turned into a sort of a miniature art gallery, also showing items from this particular exhibition. So their own gallery here, which is just next door, is in the hands of one of their associates, who we're going to now go and see. But it's predominantly Oceanic and American Indian art here, but there are some East Asian art pieces. Hello.
Hello.
Stefan.
Hi.
Nice to see you again. So I'm going to try and get close to the Japanese items, but I had trouble just next door with my signal, so we'll see how it goes. So I shall walk closely. As you can see, there are some Japanese items. The rest are from Oceania. But there is this rather curious Japanese shield, as used by Japanese warriors. From what period I don't know, but it's rather intricate. And you would have to rather trust yourself a lot. Ceremonial. And then there's this rather glorious red lacquer tray. Period, I would say, possibly the Edo period, which covers a large number of years and centuries. So I'm fairly safe there. I'm not entirely sure what these are. Domestic items of some nature. And this, if anybody has been to Japan or seen Japanese movies, and the gentlemen that often occupy the shrines and the temples or the court wear such hats, still do. for ceremonial purposes. I've seen these used by the officials at Japanese weddings at the Meiji Shrine, but here is a real one, and I have no doubt that it's quite old, with this being an antique shop. But here we have something entirely modern, not quite Japanese calligraphy, but Japanese handprints in ink on Japanese paper. And then, to bring us entirely up to date, a modern Japanese sculpture. So, are you feeling civilized at the moment? It's a rather wonderful exhibition. And there's a rather curious object here. I'm not quite sure what period this is. But, oh, yes, it's an anatomical object. Yes, okay. You're very quiet, audience. Don't know whether you're saying anything. But I think Stefan is otherwise occupied. Thank you, Stefan.
Good afternoon. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Bye-bye.
Right. I'll try not to fall over. So there. I hope you've been civilised sufficiently. We could go down the graffiti street that leads to the Marollen, which is a certain area of Brussels that I went to once with a Japanese lady who I was showing around Brussels. We went to the Marollen because she wanted to go. There's like a flea market down there. And we investigated that. But I like Sablon area. So it leads up to the Palace of Justice, which I've shown you before. And you've also got a bit further down here, Pierre Marcolini. This is a famous chocolate maker from Brussels. God. So it's all antique shops and stuff down here, you see. I think we did this last year, so you should all be very familiar with it. But I was quite pleased that they were doing another art fair this time. It's always handy for me as a subject. This gallery. I took some Instagram photos of these the other week. It's rather nice. Is anybody saying anything? And I'm just not seeing it. No. My text widget is on, as they say. But so we're now going to sort of head gradually down, back towards my favourite bars, of course, because it's Brussels. And I need to restore myself. Ooh, it's rather an intricate lock system. No, just undone my shoelace. Oh dear. There we go. Do you feel serene? That looks Thai, almost. Jewels. Yeah, so this building on the corner to the left, just behind the orange umbrella, that's Pierre Marcolini. Macaroons, that's the word I was looking for. Macaroons. Yes. Do you often look for the word macaroons? He's a famous macaroon maker, Pierre Marcolini of Brussels. Another Japanese friend I took around insisted that we go and have a look there. Right, we're now heading back to the Petit Sablon car park where we started last year's live stream from, with this rather sort of interesting statue here in the middle, just to keep the cultural elements alive. Objects with narratives. Well, there we are. I think all of those things we've seen so far were objects with narratives. So I shall go and prop you by the fountain while I tie my shoelace. And I shall apologise on this stream directly to to Mr. Carlo Cristi for the quality of the stream. It just deteriorated rapidly since leaving his establishment. There we are. I'll just put you down there and you can watch the buses while I tie my shoelace. Splashed by the fountain, which is not what I had intended. My face is being splashed. It's spraying everywhere. It might be getting water on the screen at this moment. Oh dear. Yes, this is what happens when you have a beer and a cocktail before starting a live stream. Okay. That's the source of the water. Let's get away from here. There's a rather nice cafe there, Bon Enfant, Brasserie at Bon Enfant. I've been in there. There's a nice cafe somewhere along there, in the passageway. That's right. There's a nice cafe. So I know all the nice cafes. Who's calling me now? Tom. Don't call me now, Tom. Ooh, it's a rather nice Honda Jazz. My son has a Honda Jazz. They're very rare, this particular model. They're all being bought up and sold off to the Far East, actually. My son's car is grey. That one's a nice blue one. Yeah, I don't know why he was calling me. Possibly he's watching the stream, has noticed something. Or he's going to tell me that one of their cats has died. Although my youngest son told me that this morning, which is unfortunate. So let's go. Which way should we go? It's rather nice. I think we shall go down there. That's a nice street. There's a nice cocktail bar down there, I remember. I'll cross over here. So that was the Petit Sablon. There's a nice cake shop as well along here somewhere, I think. I'll just go and see if I can find it. I had a very nice cake there. It's not. This is a chocolate shop. That's the pizzeria. I think it's this one. Deli Sweet, yes. I had a Dubai cheesecake here. Dubai chocolate cheesecake. Or was I mistaken? Did I have it here? I don't know. I have to remember. Was it? No. Perhaps not. Never mind. I can have something sweet later. I shall go down here. Turn right at the red awning. I can't see the screen. It's not sunny, but it's very bright. Oh, there's the Palace of Justice, look. You can see, just up there. Again. You'll see a picture on my Instagram later, probably. So let's go down here. Oh. Ice cream.
Yeah, here.
What's this? Cakes, more cakes. You're all very quiet. There's nobody commenting. How am I supposed to interact with my audience if you're all going to be quiet? Oh, it's my gimbal. I really will have to. You'll have to be my Patreon and get me a gimbal. This one's had it, I think. Fast approaching the other cocktail place. I was going to get a cocktail there, but I got a cocktail at the cafe next to the church just before I start of the live stream. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't saw that up there. What's that? That's some kind of golden light. Where is it? Come on. There you go. You see? Yeah. Not sure what that is. Where is everybody? Is everybody... Somebody say something so that I know. I know there's 7 people watching. It says. What's that? People are commenting. I want a DVD player from Sony. Oh, thanks. Tom's trying to message me that you're commenting, but I don't know why your comments are not appearing. Here is Vertigo. Thank you, Tom. I don't know why people's comments aren't appearing. I've got the black box. I've got... What am I doing wrong? Comments. Show chat view. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, there you are. Do I want a Sony DVD player? No, I don't want a Sony DVD player. Sorry. Thanks, Tom. Fluff mode on. Vitsivimon. What's... I don't know why my block box works. Art. I need to give him the Wi-Fi. Hello? Hello, Trump, yes. Hello, Led. Loaded with what? I'm loaded. Led Zippo is loaded. I can see your comments now. But the Prism's black box is not working. So this is Vertigo in here. It's a rather nice cocktail bar. Inside, we'll not go inside because I'll lose signal, but it's all kind of like dark and atmospheric in there. Oh, sorry, you've been commenting all the time and I didn't have comments turned on. But the black box isn't working. I don't know, Led, why is my black box not working? I have it switched on in widgets, but it's not registering the comments for some reason. I've had to put comments on the screen. That's, you know, that clutter up the screen now. But so I'll head down into town. I'll show you where I usually go for my lunch and my drinks. Although we were at that place last week, so I mean, you know where I go for my lunch and drinks when I'm in Brussels. It's getting warm. I mean, you wouldn't say. I mean, look at the sky. It's sort of grey and cloudy, but it's quite warm, really. I'll have to be a very civilised person and wait for the light to go green. So I've got it on LED. If you're still there, I had to switch it to adaptive bitrate. As you saw when I was moving into those galleries, the second I moved away from the door, the signal dropped like crazy. So I'd been earlier to talk to the gentleman, Mr. Voss and Mr. Cristi, to see if it was okay for them to stand near the door for me, which they obligingly did, which is very good. And I managed to get a nice interview with each of them. Do I want to? I still don't want a Sony DVD player. No, I don't watch DVDs, Tom. If I watch anything at all, I can stream it. So no, sorry. Probably getting noise now. I'm terribly sorry. It's the weather. Hello, dog. We're close now to my favourite street, one of my favourite streets. We should be going later to another favourite street, and hopefully sort of meeting up with my bar bartender and barmaid friends. There's another nice little park there. It's full of drunk Brussels people. Fluff mode on. Fluff mode? What are you talking about? Everybody's gone quiet again. You're all underwhelmed, aren't you, really? I may need another drink to compensate for all this, you know. Well, I'm going to be having several later on at those bars. The last comment was Tom asking me whether I wanted a DVD player. Wacko Kappa. Okay. So if you want a crazy haircut, go to Wacko Kappa. Right. Well, let's go down here. You can see one of the old walls of the old palace, medieval palace of Brussels. Here, just tucked away, nowhere in Midland City. Nobody really comes and looks at it. We've got some I think 14th or 15th century remnants behind all the modern buildings. But it's also quieter and out of the wind, which is good. Enter text for chat. What? No. Still trying. I'm just wondering whether you're still commenting or not, because it's all gone quiet. This will be one of those 20 views after about a week live streams, won't it? So, I think I have to go down that way. 2,500. Oh, it's adaptive bitrate, that's why. I've got 34% battery left. Oh dear. Right. Well, I've got 10 minutes to go. So we'll head slowly towards my favourite restaurant and cafe, and then we'll call it a day. Well, that was partially successful, I believe. But I think about the limits of my gimbal and its usefulness. Hang on, is it here? No, I've got to go back that way. Oh dear. That's right, that's going the wrong way. It's a bit of a maze. I've been quite late. I brought my umbrella, look. I've been poking this umbrella around with me all day. And not once has it rained, although it does threaten like thunderstorms this afternoon. So after I've had my drinks, I may need it. Ah, here we are. I'm on the right track now. There we are. I've got to go past the pepper shop, which smelt of pepper actually, as I walk past. Unfortunately, you can't smell it, but it smells rather sort of like savoury. Very green. Cookies. 5 + 1 free. Okay. Right. Here are the bed breads of Pin. Okay, fair enough. So this is the pepper shop. It smells remarkably of pepper. See, the House of the Peppers. A bar of spices and fine spices. These must be the owners or something. Yuzu. Oh, yuzu jam. That sounds good. Matcha. You don't get this in your local supermarket. Congo mist. Okay. Yes. Not quite sure what that means, but anyway. So here we are. We're going to head into the street of the rail makers, Rue des Éponières. And I can smell. I think Trump must be here. I can smell like weed. Oh, it's green. I'm all right. I'm not breaking any rules. What square? I've forgotten the name of this square. There's somebody who died and was famous and had a statue made for them, and nobody remembers. Luckily, I've got my glasses on, and that says boucher, but I read it from a distance there as douche. It's cafe douche. Never mind. So here we are in the Railmaker Street, and this is Dollar Mall, where it all started. I'll be going there maybe later. Heading on our way to the great big market, and if the signal drops and I disappear, it's because we're in these small streets and it's very dodgy in Brussels. There I have my lunch there. Right. Okay. Signal seems to be holding out okay. We'll go not that way. There's the town hall spire. We'll head to the big market and hopefully the signal will stay. Actually, the weather's not too bad, actually. It's sort of... occasionally the sun gets through. I don't know whether anybody's commenting, because the comments appear to have stopped. If I get rid of the comments, hide chat view, and show chat view. No, it's just still Tom asking me whether I want a DVD player. Okay. So unfortunately, the other galleries were all focused on Oceanic and African and sort of Native American art and antiquities. Strange man crawling up a wall. Okay. And which is not really my cup of tea or yours. Oh, look. I wonder whether they do pocket squares. I mean, I've got a cravat. I've got my cravat. But I'm missing a pocket square. They've got bow ties. But I don't think that's quite me, really. And ties. Rather intensely coloured ties, I have to say. And they've got cravats. But I'm not paying. Oh, it's a waistcoat for €80. Okay. Two plus one free. Okay. So we're heading to the... we're not heading to the big market. We're heading to the police. Again. I think I missed the big market. You have to wonder when you see the police. Every time in my live streams you see the police, is it safe in Belgium? This is the question. Are you safe? Oh dear. I've got to go down there to get to the big market. No, that way. Go back that way. And we'll round up at the big market and I'll show you the town hall and the crowds of tourists. Hats. Oh, this is the quietest my audience has been for quite a long time. If you're new to the show, please make yourself known. Oh, hats. For some reason it's not showing comments. Don't know what I did. I didn't change any settings. Purple. Yes, I should be going and enjoying continental terrace life after this stream, and then gradually making my way home. This is the cheese market. You wouldn't say, would you? I think we passed the smallest house in Belgium, the smallest house in Brussels. I shall show you that. You've got to go to Japan at the end of July. Well, Mr. Voss from you might meet him. I don't know. He's going to Japan, but he's going to buy antiques. Here we are. This is the smallest house in Brussels. La plus petite maison de Bruxelles. Stuff. It says on it. There you are. Fascinating. Right, let's go in here. Until my signal goes. 2,500 kilobytes a second, yes, it's still okay. The smallest house in Brussels is full of rubbish. Okay. You're going to, all right, you're going to end of July. Yes. It's pretty hot now in Taiwan as well. I keep a check on the weather in Taiwan because Kimberly's there, and it's been consistently sort of like 30 degrees and humid for like weeks. So, still on the cheese market. I think I have to go right. Yes, I have to turn right and then we'll get onto the big market, which in August is covered in flowers. So I may come and do a live stream from the big market in August and show you all the flowers. But for now it's covered in people. I came here when it was covered in beer for the beer festival. That was rather good. I remember. If you remember, I remember it very well. There's I think the cloth hall or something like that. That's sort of like where the museum is. And then you have the town hall up there with this big tower. Tourist information, and people have weddings in there and everything. I've been here when people have come out of there all married and happy. So I later will be going down there to one of my favourite bars and saying hi to all my friends, and gradually sort of killing some time to go to the next bar, and then killing some time there before I go to the next bar, and then staggering my way home. Yes, I think it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site thing. There's nothing like gables to get you on a heritage site. Invest in your gables to get on the World Heritage Site. So, in the middle of Brussels, Grand Place, Grote Markt, I shall say my goodbyes because I'm getting thirsty. Oh, here we are. With the sound of aircraft, of people fleeing Belgium. Here we are in the Grand Place, and I hope you've enjoyed this cultural diversion. I hope you became civilized and enjoyed the very kind contribution of our gallery friends in Petit Sablon. So if you ever come to Brussels and you want to find something cultured, other than the main tourist spots, I recommend there is a wedding. Oh, there, look. She's going to throw the bouquet. It's going to fall off. That'll be the end of the wedding. It's all downhill from here, mate. That's me signing off. Thank you very much for joining me. And next week on the show, your guess is as good as mine. And thank you to my friends in the Petit Sablon art galleries for being on the show, and I hope you enjoyed it. I shall see you all again next week. Thanks everybody. Bye bye.